on, y'all? It's your girl Tamika Mystique with Thickly Tatted, and I'm here with the man 38 Hot, aka Trey. What's going on today, man?
Coolin'.
Alright, so he is a tattoo artist out of Georgia. You know, that's where we get down, 8 towns down. But we go ahead and kick this off. You know how we always holler at our artists and get to know them a little bit better. So how long have you been tattooing?
Right now I'm right at 6 years.
6 years. Okay, so you've been getting it in.
Yeah.
How'd you decide that's something you wanted to do, especially 6 years ago?
Well, I had the opportunity to start doing it professionally 6 years ago. Before, like back in the day, teenager, I was doing a little pick and poke, wrap the string around a needle, and
okay, that's the first. Tell me a little bit about that.
That's like old school. That's like almost jailhouse style.
Mm-hmm. It's
like when you just simply wrap a string around a needle, you dip it in the ink, and you follow a line, then you go back and pick it and pop it.
Oh, that sounds like it hurt worse than the tattoos we get now.
And it takes a long time. But I could never achieve the right detail I wanted to doing that, so I stopped. You know, and it was hard to get into the business because it was a game ran well by other tattoo shop. It was hard to get an apprenticeship, so it took a long time for me to really just be able to get the know-how. But I got in probably 6 years ago. Started right here in Clayco.
Yeah, where at?
At the flea market, actually.
Yeah, I see a lot of tattoo shops in.
Yeah, shout out to my nigga Diesel, man.
Diesel.
Yeah.
So, what is your favorite thing? Like, is it like a passion for you, or is it just something to do, or what is your favorite thing about it?
At first, it was something to do because I couldn't get no work. You know what I mean? Then it got to be. I got to learn that it's a lifestyle, not just a hustle. I mean, I could almost do it for free. Okay. But I won't.
But no freebies. We gotta make money over here.
Yeah, man. But I really got into the art and the lifestyle of it, and it's something I want to continue doing and pass down to my son and my kids. You know.
Okay, I can definitely feel that. So, what do you like doing? Colors best, black shade. What is it that you like to do?
Gray wash.
Gray wash.
Yeah, I love doing gray wash.
Why?
It's just I don't know. You know, you use a little water, you can turn the black to a gray, you can add in a splash of white, and you get so many different tones with one color. You know what I mean? It just, which is still old school, you know.
Definitely.
Yeah.
If you had to say that you had to work on something, like what would, I don't want to say like, I don't even know how to word it, but if you had to work on something in this art, what would it be? That you just want to get better and you keep trying and making it happen?
Well, I love doing gray wash because it look well on dark skin. You know, it always go across the board with dark skin. But I'm starting to get into color and freehand and what colors work well with other colors, and that's what I'm really getting into more of now.
Now, is your freehand drawing, you know, on point to where you confident in it, or?
I really just started getting comfortable with freehand. But the more I do it, the more I love it because it's more custom fitted to your canvas.
Okay.
Other than just tracing and putting on the paper and, you know, but
making it stick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now we always ask this question because people usually have crazy tattoo stories or something that they had to do for somebody that was totally outrageous. Do you have any of those?
Yeah, man, because when I first started out, I did a lot of mobile tattooing because, you know, on the internet, social sites, and I meet people, especially here in the Atlanta area, you know, on the MARTA and CCT and C-Trend and other places, so I was all over the place. But I met this one person and they wanted to get a sleeve. And when I got there, mind you, I told them I was coming 2 hours in advance, and I walked into a kennel.
Like dogs?
Dog kennel. I mean, they had pads in the corner of the house, in the kitchen, and little kids running around playing with the dogs, and the dog is dragging the kid by the pamper, and it was like completely unsanitary environment. But oh my god!
So I can't handle all this madness.
I made it work though. I eventually did something with it and got them come to my house. So.
Okay. So any crazy spots?
Oh yeah, Redan. Who know about Redan up on the east side? Man, I I was in a trap house.
Tattooing?
Yeah.
How'd that work out for you?
Man, it was like they was up every 5-10 minutes checking the door, and niggas looking out the window with pistols. I'm like, I'll never come back and take me nigga out of here.
He's like, I don't know if I was gonna live through this, but
I was gonna get locked up or shot. I mean, but unfortunately, the guy who was tattooing died, got killed in the home invasion.
Oh.
2 months later.
R.I.P. Damn.
Yeah, so I'm very limited on my mobile tattooing.
Now, where do you want to see yourself in the next couple years with tattooing?
I want to be in a shop, my own shop, not nobody else's shop.
Okay, I can respect that.
You know what I mean? Because other people, when you go in other people's shops, sometimes you got different drama. I mean, not taking away from what I learned in other shops I've been in, but you know, I know what direction I want to go with mine.
Okay.
You know?
Now you do piercings too. That has to be an interesting task. Cause you get to tattoo some crazy parts of the bodies and
pierce.
Woo!
Crazy parts of the body. Yes, I have.
How do you get somebody comfortable with that? Like if I came to you and I'm like, Trey, I want to get my nipples pierced. How do you get me comfortable enough to let you do it?
Well, my whole professionalism with people and my customers, how I deal with people, it makes them comfortable anyway. You know what I mean? I can talk with anybody and make anything seem natural. Mm-hmm. You know, you sitting there butt naked and it's normal.
It's
you know what I mean?
Okay.
But I'm used to seeing that, so it's nothing weird for me. So if it's weird for the person, of course you're gonna make them feel weird because you're acting weird. But I get
so basically, if you normal and comfortable, then I'm gonna get to where it's normal and comfortable too. Is there any part of the body that you won't tattoo or pierce?
Penises.
What's up with men and not wanting? Everybody needs tattoos and piercings now.
Well, if I do it, it's gonna cost a pretty penny.
I was gonna say, if the money is right,
it's gonna have to be way right. My mama gonna have to be present, and my preacher, his mama.
Are you serious? You gotta have the whole daggone board.
There's not gonna be no discrepancy in what happened in that closed door. I promise you.
Now, is there any place where you can't get a tattoo or piercing?
Well, I'm still studying, and I mean, nobody asked me nowhere that I found out I couldn't do it. But scar tissue, no, it's not a good place to tattoo with scar tissue. Inside of the hands is probably a bad place because you're going to have to get it done again. And
I can imagine the sweat and you touching everything.
Right.
There's no way to kind of sit back and...
Yeah, even hands, you know, a lot of times I have to do hands over because, you know, people do everything with their hands. Wash them, reach in pockets, grab stuff without thinking about it.
That's what I figured with the dermals. Like, I see a lot of girls get these dermals now, but, you know, on their necks and their chest. What happens if you put your shirt on and it gets caught? Or you put your necklace on or something and it's just like... How severe could that get?
I mean, if you're not careful, I don't know. I'm really learning about dermals. I'm studying. The guy who I did the apprenticeship with, I'm still watching it done. Mm-hmm. So I haven't really done any dermals yet.
You think
I know how to do them,
get,
but I'm not comfortable with dermals yet.
You're not comfortable with them yet. Is it because I heard you have to kind of cut the skin?
Yeah, you gotta find the right amount of skin to pick. Depending on what the anchor is on the dermals, because there's like 3 different types of dermals. But you have to kind of like poke in the direction that the anchor's going, and the other way, then you have to kind of like work it in up under the skin.
So it got to be small enough for you to get, you know, the piercing or earring in there, but small enough for it not to come right out. Because the skin has to grow around it, right?
Once you do the holes, because they got machines that you can do it with. Yeah,
they upgrading, y'all.
Yeah, but when you do the machine, it takes out a chunk of skin and it heals horribly. You know what I mean?
Imagine.
But if you do it this way, it heals up perfectly.
Yeah, we had a girl in school who got a dermal on her hand and got infected, and they literally had to take a scalpel, go in to remove it. So
yeah, if you remove any dermals, you have to get it cut.
Make sure y'all practice sanitation and good practice. We don't want infections and stuff. But
yeah, even though I'm an independent artist, I practice
okay.
Yeah, I practice sanitation. No cross contamination. I'm very clean. So. And
that's number one. If you clean, you show me. You know, you're opening your needles and I was about to say utensils like it's a fork. But opening up everything, I'm good. I'll go ahead and trust you. So
yeah, I come to your house, I wipe down. You know what I mean? I don't care if you clean, unclean. I'm white down still. You know what I mean? Just because.
Because a lot of stuff can happen with tattoos. Especially, you know, you got to think needles digging into the skin and all that craziness. I can imagine having, you know, wanting to just be on point. So, well, we're going to go ahead and shut this down. Let the people know where they can find you, your Facebook, your Instagram, if you got a website, your phone number, the whole nine.
Okay, you can get at me on Facebook up under Trey Numbers. 2 words. TRA, numbers with an S.
Yeah.
And follow me on Instagram up under Tattoo Man _38 hot.
Alright, so make sure you holler at the boy. We will go ahead and play some of his work on the website, so you'll be able to check it out at www.thicklytatted.com. I'm your girl Tamika Mystique, and I'm with 38 Hot, and we out of here.